Hey, really quickly, before we get into the video, I have two short announcements. The first is on my website, calebgannon.com. I've started a blog. So it's a coding/educational blog. It's going to be about a variety of content. I have been posting on here before, but not so regularly. So the goal is to post once or twice per month going forward. The first post is to produce art like this. So you go through all the code in JavaScript, and it's fully interactive too, which I think is quite awesome. So you can kind of, play with things like this and make the lines. The second announcement is I have added a subscription payment gateway similar to Patreon to my website. So if you've been enjoying the content I'm making, really enjoying the community projects, the educational stuff, and you want to help grow that, people have been asking for this for a while, so I finally made it. So again, this is fully voluntary, but if you've been enjoying the stuff, you can come here and support me either through some of my fun preset numbers of math constants. You can pick your own value, you can donate once, you can unsubscribe at any time. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. Oh, I should add how to find it. So it'll be in the description. So if you're watching the video, you come down here to membership subscription site. That'll always be in there. You click here and it'll take you right to there. Otherwise, you can if you want to see my blog, it's on here as well. Enjoy the video. Hello and welcome back. I am back to playing Penny Dreadful. And I want to make this point clear whenever I get a lot of YouTube comments about this, like, Caleb, why aren't you playing Penny Dreadful? I basically play whatever I want and feel like playing at the time. Just because I haven't played a format for a little while doesn't mean like I'm done with it or I hate it. I love Penny Dreadful, but I also love Vintage Cube. I like Pauper. Like, there's so many formats that I enjoy playing. So I'll play them when I want to, and you'll get the content then. It's more fun for me, and I think it's more fun for you to watch someone enjoying what they're doing. So anyway, with that aside, we are playing Swans Seismic Assault Cascade. So this deck, 42 lands, I like that a lot. I just love decks with a bunch of lands because it feels good to never get mana screwed. And Seismic Assault is one of my all-time favorite cards. Discard a land card, it does 2 damage to any target. So the combo here is you have a Swans, and this says if a source would deal damage to it, you prevent that damage, and that source's controller draws cards equal to the prevented damage. So basically, you discard a land to do 2. This prevents the damage you draw 2. So it turns every card, or every land card, into 0 mana. It's a split card. Either it's 0 mana, do 2 damage to an opponent, or 0 mana, draw 2. And so you just draw your entire deck until you have like 10 lands in hand, and then you do 20 damage to your opponent. Pretty simple. And then the rest of the deck is just trying to facilitate that. So you have Throes of Chaos, Cascade, Retrace, 4 mana. This is basically just extra copies of Seismic Assault. And it's pretty cool because if they counter the Assault, you can just retrace it. Your deck's full of land. So basically, if you draw this, you're going to get Seismic Assault in play eventually, unless they counter literally all 4 of them. And then Deny Reality, Bituminous Blast are there. Effectively, they're trying to be extra copies of Swans. There's a little bit of variation here where, like, you could Bituminous Blast looking for Swans and then hit Throes of Chaos into Seismic Assault. So it's not as streamlined as you would like, but I think it's about as good as you can do. So I think basically there are 8 cards that guarantee hit Seismic Assault and only 4 Swans. So when making mulligan decisions, you want to keep Swans hands more highly than just Seismic Assault, because duplicate Seismic Assaults doesn't really do anything. That's the main deck. Under the sideboard, I got this list. I'll post where I got the list from in the description. And I don't know quite what the sideboard is. I like Aeon Chronicler. So this says its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your hand. And then you can suspend it. And whenever a time counter is removed from it, while it's exiled, draw a card. So this is basically like a Howling Mine that costs a bunch of mana. And then it comes down and hits your opponent for a bunch of damage. So it's really good in slow, grindy matchups where, like, maybe drawing an extra card per turn is pretty important. And then getting like a 5/5, 6/6 creature will get there. We do have a 1 Reliquary Tower. I don't think it's necessary and probably isn't worth it, but we do have Treasure Hunt, so maybe. So you could get this really big. Field of Ruin, just for decent land removal, I guess. Bituminous Blast, some matchups want creature removal as opposed to Deny Reality. The downside of Bituminous Blast is you need a creature to target. One play you can make that's pretty useful is if you have a Swans in play and you're looking for Seismic Assault, you can Bituminous Blast your own Swans. That way you draw 4 cards and you get a Cascade trigger, so you're likely to hit some other type of action. That's one option. Countryside Crusher, I didn't make this particular list, so I don't know exactly what it's here for, but in slower matchups, or where your opponent's deck is slower, you can play this turn 3. and your deck's full of lands. So a lot of the times, this card is just going to be like a 3 mana, and then you're going to untap with it as like a 7/7, and then it's going to become like a 13/13. So it's a sweet card. I don't know. I guess we'll find out where it's useful for, and then Treasure Hunt, I guess maybe can be useful for finding Countryside Crusher. I'm not entirely sure, but that is the deck. I'm just going to jump into a league, and I'll see you guys there. I'll keep this hand. It's really hard to know what's a mulligan with this deck, but this one's at least immune to Duress, which is like a pretty common turn 1 play. Vivid Meadow. I like what's going on already. How are you, by the way? Pretty good. So, I'm gonna lead on Mountain. The reason is, I know I have a tapped land. The reason is if I draw Seismic Assault turn 3, I would very much like to play it. Insolent Neonate, okay. Must be Dredge? That seems like a tough matchup. Boiler Works, alright, Mountain. This deck's really slow. I think this might have been a bad choice. After I'm thinking, like, my ideal game plan involves casting a 3 mana play and then a 4 mana play. And I literally cannot interact other than that. Well, yeah, you know, sometimes you take cards through a league that are sketchy. I think this is a sketchy league deck, but it's fun. I like the idea of Swans. I don't like the idea that I can't play any cards with CMC less than 5 without messing up the combos. I think I might want to rebuild this in a different way. They've double... I mean, I'm like dead next turn, right? If I draw specifically Seismic Assault this turn, I think there's a chance, and that's why I led with these mountains. But I did not draw them. So let's gain a life. This feels so underwhelming. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know if they can kill me this turn, but they definitely can next turn, and there's no way I can win all in one turn. They hit Creeping Chill. I guess they can Dredge a Grave Troll potentially and try and hit another Creeping Chill. I don't know about this deck, guys. We'll run through the league, but sometimes I'm not going to play Swans. I don't want them knowing what's going on. We're just going to concede. I might finish this league without playing a single spell. Alright, sideboarding. They don't know what's going on. What do I want to bring in? Countryside Crusher is an option. Does it have Trample? It does not have Trample. I don't think I can bring it in. I think we're just running it back main deck configuration. A lot of times Deny Reality will be better than Bituminous Blast because their creatures like keep coming back and we can like Deny Reality a Golgari Grave Troll, which will be nice. Sure. This hand, that's a lot of throws of chaos. I want to mulligan. I'm gonna keep this one, sure. Put back. I don't need double Graven Cairns, although those are my only lands that enter tapped. So I guess I put back a Dismal Backwater, sure. Thanks for bringing more people to Penny Dreadful. It makes the format better. No problem. It's a wonderful minus my deck. My deck's so bad. I love it, but I have yet to do anything. They say they don't know what I'm playing, but I'm sure it's awesome in its own way. I appreciate the positivity. This opponent's nice to play against. Regardless of how this game's going, I'm having fun. There it is! Okay. So I can go, is it Boiler Works? This actually might work out. Is it Boiler Works into Graven Cairns? And I can use this... That doesn't work. Oh, that doesn't work. I needed to go Graven Cairns into Graven Cairns. I forgot that this can't go blue to red. No! I might have just punted away the game. It's fine? Every turn matters, but we'll see what happens here. Ooh, they didn't discard though. Okay, so that's good. Let's go Swiftwater Cliffs because they know about that one. Then next turn, I think it's not going to matter. Next turn I can go Graven Cairns. Oh, they just discard a Silver Smoke Ghoul? Interesting. Cathartic Reunion trying to dredge into a Creeping Chill. Makes sense. You can't just bring in Fragmentize. I guess I maybe did a good thing because they discarded Fragmentize. There's the Swans. Okay. I think it makes sense to play Swans first. And then next turn play Seismic Assault because this uses my mana the most efficiently. We might be able to do it. Don't kill my swans. Because if they only have Fragmentize, we might actually get there. Okay, red, blue, red, red for red, red. Seismic Assault. Do we do it? Hit my bird, draw some cards? Yeah, hit my bird, draw some cards. That's not a pile of bad cards. Yeah, I saw the Fragmentize. Opponent's good, they know what's up. So we draw our whole deck. This is sweet. I was hating on this deck, but we're doing stuff right now. We draw our whole deck and then we shoot them for lethal. But first, we must draw the deck. Shoot the bird. Draw cards. Shoot the bird. Draw cards. We're going deep. We're drawing the whole deck here. I appreciate the opponent letting us go through this. This makes everything worth it. Regardless of what happens in the future, this is what I'm here to play. Draw more. And then we start killing our opponent. Hit you. Hit you. I kind of want Reliquary Tower. And then they die. They sacrifice Neonate to draw a card. That makes sense. They could draw like Fragmentize or something. Draw more cards. Now we kill them. Might as well, right? I'll shoot myself for 2 damage here. Because why not? Then we keep shooting them. We have all the power. They forgot Smiting Helix is a sorcery. Need more lands. What are all these spells coming from? Okay. That was actually sketchy because I finished that game with no lands in hand. I should not have played that so reckless, but it felt good at the time to shoot myself. I think maybe I do. No, I think Deny Reality is better. We'll just run it back. I'm sorry, opponent. I was not trying to lie about my deck. I genuinely was in the mindset that it was not amazing. Oh, man. I think I can mulligan a bit more aggressively here. Like, this hand's just way better. I think I'm going to... Let's see, I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand. I want to play Seismic Assault. Well, they're going to kill it is the problem. So maybe I want to wait. What do I get rid of? I think it's got to be Dimir Aqueduct. I think the mana base in this deck needs a pretty significant reworking. Because, like, why is there a basic swamp when the only black cards cost 5 mana? They have Conflagrate, but no Dredge cards. They probably have Fragmentize. I'm going to play... No, we'll play this fast. We have 2 Cascade cards now, and it's like pretty likely that I can find more Seismic Assaults. The upside of potentially winning the game on turn 4 I think is worth it. So we will go for that. Play the Assault. Do I want to kill the Neonate? I don't think so. They're probably just going to sacrifice it anyway. They do kill Seismic Assault. That's fine. We'll leave Neonate in play. I'm not sure if that was optimal or not, but... Like, if I try and kill Neonate, they're just gonna cycle it for a card anyway. Yeah. Okay. Taking Deny Reality is a bit more sketchy. I don't appreciate that. That was a pretty decent draw. That was a really good draw. Alright, this deck's good. Pretty decent top deck. So now, I actually have to draw an untapped land, but then I can Bituminous Blast my own Swans. They can Smiting Helix my Swans to draw 4, though. Creeping Chill. Okay, so they get Silver Smote Ghoul. I draw an untapped land. You know, sometimes things just happen. Double Swans. No, that's a lot of land. Oh boy, okay. They say they should be dead, but my hand is entirely lands. Although I think... I can race them with the Swans. We're obviously not blocking Silver Smote Ghoul. Just casting Creeping Chills. It's a respectable thing to do. They didn't attack. That must have been a misclick, right? Alright, let's start playing things that gain me life. Dismal Backwater. I don't know why they did not attack with the Ghoul, but I'll take it. Maybe they thought that these didn't have flying. Or they're just admitting defeat when... like, my hand is so bad. More creeping chill. Smiting Helix me. I mean, the life gain is kind of problematic. They do have Conflict Rate in their graveyard. And they're gonna get to flashback Smiting Helix. Yeah, this is getting pretty precarious actually. Let's play Swiftwater Cliffs. Do I trade with the Ghoul? Because they can get a full hand and then Conflict Rate me. Right? They can Smiting... Oh, gosh. I guess that doesn't do anything. But they can Smiting Helix my Swans to draw 3 cards. They don't gain any life though. So I think I hit them for 8. They hit me for 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm better off attacking here, but I honestly don't know. Because basically, if I block them, then they just Smiting Helix and then get back the Ghoul. And then I'm in like the same position, but they're up so many cards. Oh, they can sack this? I did not know that was a thing you can do with this card. So they're going to Smiting Helix me and then Conflict Rate, and then I'm dead. Come on, deck. Throes of Chaos off the top. Yeah. I go to 4, and they're just going to Conflict Rate me out of the game. Come on. Okay. I mean... Do I have the mana? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually do. The 2 minutes blast a Swans. Cast Throes of Chaos. Alright, we do it. Barely get there. Whew. Then I draw some cards. Then I kill them. That was so close. Like, unbelievably close. GG's opponent. Let's attack them for damage, I guess. Might as well swing in with some Swans. It's been a pleasure being ducked to death. Nice playing against you. I don't know why they wouldn't type. Oh, they conceded. Okay. They had Cathartic Reunion, Grave Troll, Silver Smoke Ghoul. Yeah, not much they could do there, really. Alright, I take back everything I said about this deck. It's awesome. I'm excited to see how it plays out. See you guys next round. Alright, we're here for... I don't know what round this is. We're playing against Aaron Vikwash, or Vikash. I don't know how to say that. Opponent says, am I recording? Yes, I am. And I have the perfect hand. As long as I can draw a blue source in some amount of time. That would be pretty nice. Even if I don't, this is so good. This deck is actually awesome. I go back and forth because it's so high variance. Like, I don't think this deck's going to win any tournaments for sure. Because, like, so many things need to go right for you to win. But it's very satisfying to just play a Swans, slap them with some Seismic Assault damage, see what happens. Opponent's playing green. There's a blue source. This is literally the dream hand. Green black. Uh-oh. Don't you dare disrupt me. Okay. Commune with the Gods kind of scares me. Nothing good happens there. Endray's Forerunners, Lotleth Troll, Oketra the True. So what did they put in hand? Forerunners is in the graveyard. Oh, they put Animate... Oh, they put Animate Dead in hand! Yikes. Okay. I might die. That's... What? You can't do that. That's such a good start. I mean... Okay, so they can just reanimate Oketra. That is a sick... Opponent's got some sick combos going on. Commune with the Gods, hitting Animate Dead, putting Oketra in the graveyard is good. Getting Endray's Forerunners. I don't think that kills me in 2 turns. Yeah, I just take 6. I feel like that's worse than Oketra, but maybe they have a second copy or something. So we get to go Seismic Assault. In theory, I could kill Endray's Forerunners. I don't think that's a good idea, but I could. We're just going to play Swans next turn and win, hopefully. I love your videos. I'll send them a heart. I'm pretty... I don't know how to react to things like that. I'm not great at, like, taking compliments, so... If I respond weird to you, it's nothing against you. It's just that that's how I am. So I appreciate all the nice things people say. It's very nice. But I don't think they can kill me here. I mean, I'll take the damage. We'll see what happens. They wouldn't have done this if they didn't have a way to kill me, but we'll see, right? This makes cats. Oh, what am I thinking? This is not the thing I was thinking of. I was thinking of... Is there another Oketra? There's one that, like, embalms creatures as 4/4s or something? I don't know what I was thinking about. Certainly not this. So I'm dead next turn, but they are dead exactly this turn. Play the Swans. Start slapping the Swans with damage. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. And I think basically the way you want to do this is you want to draw your entire deck before you start hitting your opponent, because there's quite a bit of variance, right? You saw I just drew like a bunch of spells in a row. This is getting sketchy, but I know my deck is mostly lands. So like you want to make sure that you don't like hit a packet of spells and then are not able to kill your opponent. So we're just going to draw the whole deck. This deck is so sweet. Take back everything I said about you, deck. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. Draw some cards. So every time I discard one card and I draw two, it's like if every single card in your deck was divination for 0 mana. Then we start hitting them. I think I have enough. I almost certainly have enough to kill them. This is just beautiful. If I could win every game of Magic like this, I certainly would. If they have a life gain, I'm dead. Okay, they concede. That actually scared me. If they had any way to gain life. This deck cannot really beat life gain, huh? That's something risky. So they're playing like weird reanimate something or other. I think the main deck configuration is still sweet. I have yet to really sideboard with this. And I could see Aeon Chroniclers being quite useful. I could see Bituminous Blast being somewhat useful. Being able to hit my own Swans is pretty nice, so maybe I do want that instead of Deny Reality. I don't know. Both are fine. Deny Reality deals with their indestructible stuff. Opponent says, okay. I'm gonna keep this hand. Am I? Yeah, it has Seismic Assault. Actually, maybe... I'm trying to think. So, keeping hands with Seismic Assault means that you get the Seismic Assault activated ability utility. Keeping hands with Swans means you're more likely to hit Seismic Assault because Throes of Chaos exclusively finds Seismic Assault. So I could see a world where it's actually just better to keep only Swans than only Seismic Assault. But being able to like look at my hand, right? I have a complete hand of interaction. I can play Graven Cairns here actually. Being able to trade all of these things to kill their creatures seems also somewhat reasonable. No. Don't you dare duress. No, stop. Okay. Let's see if they hit the dream combo. Endraze Forerunner's Soulflayer. Okay, so they keep Soulflayer and this has Delve. So it can get Vigilance, Trample, Haste. That seems reasonable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm almost at lethal with Seismic Assault. Get it down. Red. And that's kind of the scary part about this deck. I mean, it's so slow, right? I don't do anything until turn 3. But if I draw birds, then we're good to go. Lotleth Troll, they can regenerate it. Or like discard a bunch of creature cards and put counters on it. That one I will... Do I just kill the Lotleth Troll here? I think I maybe do. We don't need any more red, so we can discard our mountain. Are they really trying to race me here? I guess they also have 2 mana to activate. I think this is going to work out for me. I can't let them start beating me down with a giant Lotleth Troll. Let's discard Crumbling Necropolis. I want to save the bounce land if possible. They didn't regenerate. Whoa. Okay. I guess they're just going to go for Soulflayer and it's going to get killed. It's a sweet deck though. I like what's going on, but they don't have Indestructible, I don't think. Yeah, they don't have Oketra. Flying first. Oh, Hexproof. What is Hexproof? Sylvan Caryatid. Oh, I didn't know that had Hexproof. That was a mistake. I thought I was going to be able to shoot this down, but I obviously cannot. And Throes of Chaos doesn't quite do it. Yikes. Alright. Well, it was fun while it lasted. I have to draw Swans next turn, I think. Some of them forgot about Hexproof. I was wondering why they discarded Sylvan Caryatid. It's all clear now. Honestly, they might have gained too much life for me to be able to kill them at this point. We'll see. Soulflayer just has Trample. So this is 8. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just cast Throes of Chaos here. Get 1 Seismic Assault out of my deck. And then hold all these lands in hand. I take 12 and go to 1. Sweet deck. I love Soulflayer. The combos there are like really fun. Minus Hexproof, but it's understandable. Hexproof is kind of necessary. Otherwise, I could just shoot down everything they have. Oh, they have another pump? Okay, I go to... Wait. Did I miscalculate? This doesn't have double strike. I don't know what I was thinking. Alright, well, I guess we kill that one now. I thought I had... I'm misreading a lot of things. I could have sworn this card had double strike. We hit this for 2. And again, normally I would have killed this, but the concern here is that I will not have enough lands in my deck to finish the game, because they're at 36 life. So that's why I'm being so conservative with everything. They reveal 4. Just learning more about their deck. It doesn't look like they have any sideboard cards, so I think it's essentially an all-out race. Another Seismic Assault. I'm going to hit myself. It's a good way to go out. Alright, game 3. I'm on the play. They say LOL. I think I like Deny Reality. It's hard to say. Swans into Bituminous Blast on my Swans is good. I think I like that more, because Deny Reality, basically I can beat anything if they don't have Hexproof, and if they have Hexproof then this doesn't work. Alright, we're on the play, let's do this. Oh, this poor opponent. I have it all. I actually don't have it all because I need... Well, I do have it all, but it's going to take like more than 0 turns. I'm also susceptible to duress. I shouldn't have said that. Come on, no! It's okay though. Again, I talked about this before. It's much more likely that I'm going to find Seismic Assault somewhere in my deck than anything else. So I think I'm going to play the Boiler Works here. This essentially guarantees I don't get a turn 3 Seismic Assaults, but they just discarded one, so that's less likely. That Dredge was very important though. They play birds. Another duress doesn't do anything. There's the throws. So what do I want to do? I'm trying to think. I can play Swans first and then Throes of Chaos, or I can play Throes of Chaos and then get Swans. I have to basically try and guess which card they can deal with better. They just hit Soulflayer and lands. That's unfortunate. I think I'm going to Throes of Chaos first. I don't know, because they don't know that I have the combo now. And I have Bituminous Blast. I want to play the Swans first. It feels like they know I have this card. They don't know I have these. So this makes more sense to me, even though I can't kill their Birds of Paradise, which does lock them off of double black. Okay, they play Commune. They just hit Chromantic Core, State of Wayfinder. I think I'm doing it. Also, I didn't realize Swans can block Soulflayer. And they can't kill it. Swans is actually like the hard answer to this, right? It's a 4/4. That's actually really funny. I didn't even think about that. This doesn't have Indestructible. Yeah, this is the hard answer. That's fun. Alright, Throws of Chaos, do your thing. Cast this. Do I win? I think I win. They have something. Return to nature. Alright, so now I kill them in response. It's technically possible for me to fizzle from this position, but it's very unlikely. But it is possible. Which is why I kept all of my lands in hand, because like, you really need to get a large enough sample size to avoid like small packets of suboptimal draws. I think at this point we've kind of cleared that though. Yeah, so you just draw your whole deck. 1, 2, 3, GG's. Looks like I sequenced it correctly here. Alright, we did it! This deck it's crushing, it's doing good things. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Catello. Let's go first. Yeah. Wow, this hand is loaded. Holy cow. I can't quite cast Seismic Assault yet, but my hand is double Swans is very good. If we just can find red mana for this, like most of my deck is land, so I don't have to worry too much about that. I think drawing Graven Cairns would be my best possible draw. And I like seeing Mana Elves. I can at least block them with Swans or something. Yeah, I think we're kind of all in on the Graven Cairns top deck. But Seismic Assault versus a green deck has got to be a good matchup. Yeah, against Winding Way, all creatures. Did they do lands? No, they chose creature. Tribal Force Mage. Whenever there's a turn faced up, choose creatures of the type of your choice, get +2/+2 and trample. Okay, so they're just playing elves. Pretty cool though. There's our mountain. So I can actually just play Swans as a blocker. Visionary's cool, Visionary's cool. Oh, wait, Swans is not a good blocker. They draw cards. Actually, it's still fine. I don't know how this works with Trample, actually. Does anyone know? I don't think anybody knows how that card works with Trample. So we play out our Swans. Blue, blue, this. Catella sent me a chat. Say good luck, thank you. I mean, I guess we're about to find out. Blocking gives them a bunch of cards, which I don't like. But it also is for science, which I do like. Because basically the question is, this has 3 toughness, and Trample normally says it needs to do lethal damage to kill it, but this is a replacement effect? No idea. So this card, we've seen it. It gives everything +2/+2 in Trample. So we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's okay. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put all elf cards revealed this way into your hand. Yikes. Okay, so let's dismiss these. Double elves. Sure. Well, they're not going to unmorph, so I think I do block with Swans because I'm trading... I'm giving them 1 card for a creature in play, but, like... I think that's okay. Because that's like 3 potential damage down the road. Red source. Oh no, we draw Seismic Assault. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our mana's getting us. Well, we can deny reality. This. And this is likely to hit something. I think I want to hit their morph. Oh, I need black. Black, then the rest. Bounce their morph. If I hit Seismic Assault, we kind of just win. Likely, at least. No! Oh, that's brutal. Alright, we have double Swans. I guess I get to start attacking with them. That seems strange, but acceptable. And there's no tricks that I can do by, like, playing Dimir Aqueduct, floating red, and then replaying Mountain. The only trick I could have done is deny reality my own Mountain, float the mana, and then replay it. But I'm so far away from having enough mana to do that. I think what's likely going to happen is I draw a tapped red source, and then cry. I guess the other question is, do I block with my Swans again? I'm not going to block a 2/2, that seems silly. I can take 2 here. But trading like an elf for a card in hand seems okay to me. Dwyman's Elite. If you control an elf, make another elf. Gonna be a lot of damage next turn. Please, deck, give me a red source. Or Throes of Chaos, both work. Because I think I'm very dead next turn. And off the top... No, it's tapped! We can maybe try and survive here. Play a 3rd Swans. Play Crumbling Necropolis. Pass turn. If they swing out, I think I'm dead. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I'm dead like exactly. Oh, now I'm super dead. But we get to find out about the trample thing, I think. Oh, are they not going for it? No, they are. Okay. I don't... Oh, I see. They need this Elvish Mystic to activate the ability. That makes sense. So, let's find out just how this whole thing works. So they have 1 card in hand. And this is a replacement, so it should still work. We'll see if they draw 15 or not. They only draw 10. Or they only drew 9. Okay, so Trample... That was good to know. Trample still carries through. It only replaces the damage that would be dealt to it. So we bring in Bituminous Blast for a Deny Reality and run it back. Alright, that was unfortunate. Just our mana. Oh no. I mean, I have to keep this hand, but it's the same problem where we need triple red. Although I guess this time we have Throes of Chaos at least. So it's not so bad, but it is a bit unfortunate. No! Yeah, I'm going to play the bounce land here. I know it basically guarantees I'm not playing Seismic Assault next turn, but I don't think I'm going to like immediately activate it anyway. I think the mana in this deck is a little bit sketchy, which is weird for a deck running 42 lands, but here we are. They have Winding Way for creature. They have been really unlucky with their Winding Way hits. They only hit 1 card. Okay, Dismal Backwater. So now I think I'm just going to play the Backwater, and then I'm going to Throes of Chaos into a Seismic Assault. Because I want to deny reality or Bituminous Blast on turn 5. They have Winding Way. Okay, that's a more reasonable Winding Way hit. They get Dwyman's Elite, Mystic, Mystic. And they have Elvish Visionary. Rumbling Necro. Okay, so we can Throes of Chaos now. And then Bituminous Blast the following turn. There's only one Seismic Assault left in my deck. So my hits with Bituminous Blast are 4 Swans, 1 Seismic Assault, and 3 Throes of Chaos. So I have a 50% chance of just doing it. I'm okay with 50% chance. And we let them untap. I don't want to use this if I don't have to, because I want to land in hand to discard to hit my own Swans immediately. But we'll see, because I'm also likely to draw a land. God Pharaoh's Statue. Interesting. Well, that kind of worked out for them, huh? Alright, we're a ways away, I guess. God Pharaoh's Statue. That's what they brought in against me. Super interesting. What? So if I had killed one of their elves, I would have just won here. It's a bit unfortunate, because now if I'm trying to cascade into something, it's not going to work out so well. So I have a couple options. I can just kill their elves. I have enough mana to cast Swans. Or at least I can kill their mana production elves. I know they have Dwyman's Elite, so I'm going to take quite a bit of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I can try and build up to... I'm going to have to spend 9 mana to be able to cast any of these. And I don't think that's going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I need at least 6 mana to cast Swans. So I guess we do that. Man, I did not expect that card. I think maybe I should have killed their elves and then just gone for a long game. I don't know, it's really hard to say, like, because I'm just going to draw lands every turn. They play a morph, so they can flip that face up. I think in response we kill 2 mana elves. I don't know, this card, man, this card really got me. Take 1, take another. I mean, yeah, God Pharaoh's Statue. Any other time, this hand would have been the greatest thing in the world. But I don't have any lands, which is crazy for a 42 land deck. A Visionary. I mean, I guess let's just see if I can Bituminous Blast. I don't think I can, like, that's not how this thing works, but... yeah, okay. Just gonna F6. I think I'm just dead. I can't even draw Swans plus land this turn, because my hand's full of nonsense. So, if God Pharaoh's Statue was anywhere on my radar, I was supposed to just... I'm dead here. I was supposed to just kill their elf so they couldn't cast it, but never seen that card. Tribal Force Mage was the morph. I'll reveal my hand. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Teal Baron. They said, oh shoot, just realized who you are a big fan. Thanks. I feel like I've played against this person before. I'm gonna keep this hand. It has the things. Their name's familiar. The Penny Dreadful community, like, you sometimes see, there's some people who just play this game, like, all the time, like, every day, and you just see those people almost every time you do a league. And that's pretty cool. You have, like, dedicated people. They mold a 5. Makes me think they're playing Dredge. Or Storm. Well, the gig is up on what I'm doing. Definitely not Storm. Mold a 5 Gitaxian Probe Forest. I'm very intrigued. This tells them what I drew, but it's fine because I get to play turn 3 Seismic Assault now. I'm just going to send them a winky face. Uh-oh. What's going on, opponent? What's going on over there? Mold a 5, 1 land, probe. I love Bit Blast. So they didn't do anything. Okay. I'm very interested in what's going on over there. But they said top of their deck is punishing them. And if they're playing like Mana Dorks, it's going to be a rough time. I'm actually going to cast the Rose of Chaos, I think. Because I just don't want Seismic Assaults in my deck, because that's a pretty bad top deck. I do like Reliquary Tower, although that tells them what I drew. Let's not give them information. Let's just get Seismic Assaults out of my deck. Always lucky. Wow, they are getting max punished here. So let's Aqueduct, bouncing a Island. Past turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage so far with Seismic Assaults. They're at 18, so I could theoretically just hold up this mana for the end of the game. I don't know what they're doing, but that was a pretty unfortunate mulligan. I think I don't know what's in their deck, so we're just gonna run it back. The old not sideboarding strategy is working out pretty well. I don't really know what Countryside Crusher is in there for, but it's a cool card, I guess. Same with Treasure Hunt. I'm not sure I guess if you remove Seismic Assaults... Oh! That makes sense. I was supposed to bring in this against the deck with all the removal and life gain, because if this is in play, I just hit them for like 30 damage. That makes sense. Well, I think I probably could have had a better record. Ooh, this hand's decent. I'll keep it. I probably could have had a better record if I had sideboarded optimally, but I'm here to have fun. Lead with Crumbling Necro. Okay, they do have birds. Okay, so I'm happy with my keeping in of Bit Blasts. Brainstorm. Birds of Paradise. I don't know what's going on. That's one of my favorite things about Penny Dreadful is like, your opponent could be playing literally any cards in... There's so many cards legal in this format. If I draw a Seismic Assault, it's probably game over. But there's just so many legal cards in this format that there's no way to play around everything. The meta is not necessarily defined. It's constantly changing because it's not like super spiky. And by that I mean like hyper competitive. People play what they want rather than what's optimal sometimes. And that's just so fun. And I really enjoy that part about Penny Dreadful. I'm a bit suspicious of my opponent for not attacking with Birds of Paradise. Super suspicious. They're definitely holding up mana. So I'm doing nothing and then I have like a bunch of Cascade cards. Ah, that makes sense. I think I'm dead. I think I'm almost certainly dead. Okay. Honestly, if that was their best play last turn, I think we just deny reality the Jeskai Ascendancy. If they counter it, that's a problem. But that really limits their mana. I think that makes more sense than Bituminous Blast. Cast my Swans. They can counter the... I don't know which one they're countering, but I guess we'll find out. They discard Fate Stitcher. Okay, so they have the combo, they just needed more mana. That makes sense. Because they have Fate Stitcher, so... Well, I can block them, actually. Actually, this is interesting. Swans might actually make this game a draw. No, because they have Fate Stitcher. I was going to say, so let's think about this. Let's say they just have 2 Birds of Paradise, right? They start going off with Jeskai Ascendancy. Lots of clicking. I'll F6. I don't have any effects here, but they start going off. They have... I think this is a must. Oh, it's a May. Draw a card, discard a card. Because if their deck gets low enough, I think I can draw the game. I think because they need to do 22 damage to me, and if they're not careful, they will deck out from hitting Swans. So I'm going to keep going. I know sometimes I like kind of get mad at my opponent for like going for stuff, but their creatures, like they're actually in some amount of trouble here if they don't have a way to bounce Swans. Because their creatures will get kind of unruly large? I guess, wait, no, they could just tap it down, right? Oh, I was very wrong. They could just tap down Swans. Okay, that's fine. But if they forget, like there's still hope here. This got to be Treasure Cruise though. Taxian probes, they see what's going on. I kind of want to showcase this as well. So for those who don't know what this combo is, Jeskai Ascendancy. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn, and you untap your creatures. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you can draw and discard a card. So you play mana-producing creatures, and then you start pumping up your team with Jeskai Ascendancy. I think they could just tap down my Swans and kill me. And then eventually you get big enough creatures where you can attack for lethal and kill them. It's actually a really cool combo, and Fate Stitcher is such an important part of that because you can discard it to the effect, and then bring it back with haste, and then you can tap down their blockers, right? They can keep tapping things every turn. I'll just say GG's now. They've demonstrated that they have lethal now, because they could just tap down my Swans. So you can prevent blocking. I didn't think about that, but I really was curious if they had just attacked me for like 22. So we definitely want Bituminous Blast, although I guess it just skipped my sideboarding, so I guess I don't get to bring that in. But that's how the deck wins. Okay, got a good hand. They had... No, they didn't have Duress. That was someone else. We go Mountain. No, they see the secrets. So their deck is playing Mana Leak. That's also something worth knowing. I can play Bounce Land. Yeah, I'm going to. This means no turn 3 Seismic Assault again, but that's fine. Ooh. Okay, opponent has some tapped lands. That... Oh man, that was bad. The mana sequencing here is tough because you want to have enough lands in hand to like do stuff. I'm not sure what to do actually. So if they just tap out, we're good. I can cast Throes of Chaos though. And they can mana leak it, but it doesn't really matter. I think this is still going to end up okay, but it's unfortunate. Right, because I have to counter this, but then I can just retrace. Yep, I don't pay mana. That happens, sure. Yeah, I would have been able to resolve Seismic Assault before they had mana leak up. And that would have been nice. They play Ascendancy. So this turn, we're just going to retrace Throes of Chaos. Discarding an island. Cast another Seismic Assault. Can mana leak that one, that's fine. Next turn, I can play Seismic Assault while playing around mana leak. So if they go off this turn, literally, you got me. And then I just really goofed for not playing Seismic Assault on turn 3. They still would have been able to counter my Swans, but I mean, they kind of have to go for it here, I think. And that's an unfortunate misplay to lose from. You always want to play to your outs. This is Treasure Cruise. Frantic Search, okay. Well, if they don't hit Treasure Cruise, then I'm in good shape. This looks like Treasure Cruise, though. Another Ascendancy. They only have 2 cards in hand, so we need them to whiff on a big card draw spell. Yeah, unfortunate that I just sequenced my red sources wrong. They do have Treasure Cruise, that's pretty bad. And now, it's essentially impossible for them to lose from this position, I think. Yeah, because I would have been able to have Seismic Assault in play and then kill their birds. I don't know. It's hard to say how much it would have mattered. But I think quite a bit, because this Birds of Paradise is what gave them the mana to like go off this turn. This opponent plays very quickly, also. So a lot of respect for doing that. Yeah, I don't know. It would have been interesting to see how this game would have played out otherwise. I think that's pretty much game 9-10. Great playing against you. Yeah, I mean, they're discarding drawing 2. I am dead here. Man, an unfortunate little bit of misclick at the end. Or not misclick, just lazy land sequencing at the end there. So don't do that. So let's talk about the deck. I like the deck. I think it actually, I was up and down on it at different points in the game, but it felt good. I think the mana is sketchy. Not having triple red really cost me quite a few games, but I think there's way too much black mana here. I think basic swamp basically has no place in the deck because like, it's just so punishing if you draw it and then like you want to cast Seismic Assault. So I would actually probably increase. Yeah, wait, there's a lot of things to improve the mana base here, I think. So I would definitely work on the mana base. I just took someone else's list. So I'd work on the mana base. I think the main deck is sweet. So I like everything there. The sideboard I'm not sure about. Aeon Chronicler seems like a good option. I maybe would put one in the main deck. It's a cool effect, but I guess it's pretty slow. So it makes sense in the sideboard. I don't know about Field of Ruin, but I guess some matchups like this is necessary. This is a good card. I think this makes sense because some matchups like you don't have enough mana to kill them. So this is a good way to just like play a 3 mana 10/10 or something. And then Treasure Hunt. I don't know. I don't know about Treasure Hunt, I guess. I'm not sure about what this sideboard plan is, but I think knowing that would definitely help my win rate. We won 2 matches and we almost won the 3rd. We probably would have if I had sequenced my red sources properly. So that is what it is. This deck is harder than it looks and easier than it looks. And I like it. I'm going to keep playing Penny Dreadful and I'll see you guys soon.